Hi guys, today I will show you how to create a drag and drop image uploader using React and Dropzone. And then later I will also show you how to upload those files in our server. Like in this example, for this video we will use the Cloudinary. So to demonstrate the application, we will have these images. We will be able to drag it here in our drop zone and then click the upload button, and then it should be uploaded here in a Cloudinary. Okay, so here are our images. So let's start coding. So let's start by creating our new React project and then run the command npx create React app. Let's just call it client app. And then for the template, I usually use TypeScript. And then now we will wait until our installation is done. Okay, now the installation is done. Let's go to our app, cd client app, and then open it in the Visual Studio Code using code dot. Let's open a terminal. Here in the terminal, let's run our application by executing the command npm start. Now that our app is running, our next step is to install the React Dropzone. So this is the React Dropzone, the one that we have to install. So we can install it by executing the command npm install. So let's go to our terminal again. Let's open another one. And let's paste the command here. So while we are downloading the React Dropzone, let's have a look in the documentation. Here is the documentation and the example. Let's go to that link. Let's scroll down to the examples. Here's the example. So this is the basic example. This is how we use the Dropzone in React. This is how we style. This is what I want, the one with the styling. So I'll just copy paste this part. And then back to my code. Here in the source folder, I will create a new folder. Let's call it UI. And then inside I will create another folder. I will call it image upload. Then I will create a new file. I'll call it image upload.tsx. Then paste the code that we got from React Dropzone documentation. Now we have errors, so let's fix those first. Let's start with this one. So instead of function, I will convert this to an arrow function and I will name it as image upload. And then for these props, we will create an interface here for our properties. Interface image upload. We will put the properties here later, but for now, let's fix those errors. Then next is this one. It should be removed. It should be export default image upload. And then here we have an error in the style. So for now, I'll just make this an any. Now it seems everything is working. Let's use our image upload here in our app.tsx. Let's remove this part. Then let's have a look in our site. Now we have this. So if I try to drag image here, it will have that green border. Can I drag everything? Yeah. And I can also click it and then navigate, select a file. But as you can see, it does not have that preview on which file I chose. So let's do that next. Let's go back to the documentation of Dropzone. Let's have a look if there's a sample for image preview. So this is the previews and this is how they did. Copy the style for the previews. Go back to image upload and then paste it here. Next, let's get this use state, paste it here. And then we need to import the use state from React. And then let's copy this part, the code inside the use drop zone, and then replace this part in the use drop zone in our code. So we have an error here. So let's first make this a type of array file. Okay, so that fixes the problem. Then let's copy this part for our thumbnails, paste it here. So we have a problem, we have errors. So let's fix this by giving it a type of any, same as this one. And then let's import the use effect from React. And then we have a problem here in the style. Let's go back to our thumb and then make this type of any. And then should fix the problem. Okay. We have an error here. What's going on? Then we have a warning here. Said it's missing the is drag accept. Let's add that. Next, let's copy this part and paste it here. We have an error here. So let's change this tab container to tab container type of any. Okay, so that's fixed the problem. We still have a warning here. What's the problem here? It said it need the property alt. So let's give it that property file.name. Okay, let's have a look to our app if it is working. Now let's test our app. As you can see, our selected files have a preview here. So now it's time for us to work on our image upload. So we will use Cloudinary in hosting our images. So you can go to Cloudinary and then you can sign up for free. I already have my account, so I will just have to log in. So here's my Cloudinary. Usually you should not show this part to anyone because this is a secret. But since I'm going to replace this later after this video, so it's fine for me. So this is the API based URL that I can use to upload my images. So let's go back to our code. So in this part, instead of having the files here, I will move it into properties, files, type of file, array. Then I will also have the onDrop. Just copy this part. So it will have an array file and then a void. So we can put the files here and also the onDrop. And then we can remove this part. So here in our onDrop, we can replace this of onDrop from our property. We have an error on this part. We can remove the logo. We don't need that. So let's create our hooks here. Cons files and then set files equals to useState, which is an array file, and then have an initial value of empty array. Let's convert this to an array function. And then here we can assign the files to files. Oops, this is not a curly brace but an parenthesis. And then we can create our onDrop. Let's go back to our documentation of the React Dropzone. This is the onDrop. So we can copy this part. Then let's give this a type of file array. Okay, let's have a look if our code is still working. Now we can work on the upload. So we can add here a button. Then let's have a label of upload. So when the button was clicked, we will do the upload. Let's create a function for that. So on the on click, we will call the function upload. In the upload, we will use the library called Axios. So let's install it. npm install Axios. Okay, now we have our Axios. So let's import Axios from Axios. And then here let's have a constant of upload URL equals to the one that we saw earlier here. Then we have to add slash image slash upload. And then since we are uploading to Cloudinary directly from our React application, we need to have an upload preset. So let's declare here upload preset, and then we will get the value for our upload preset in Cloudinary here. Go to the settings, and then the upload tab, and then scroll down. I already have an upload preset here, but I can remove this one. So if you don't have the unsigned upload preset, you will have this link or button. So click the enable unsigned uploading, and then it will give you this name with a mode of unsigned. You can copy this one and then click save. Now go back to our code, paste the name of the upload preset of the unsigned one to our upload preset constant. Now we can work on our upload. So since we have multiple images, we will do per each. We have multiple images, but unfortunately, Cloudinary accept one image at a time. I'm not sure if they have API to accept multiple images, but as far as I know, they only have this image upload endpoint, which accept one image. So we will do for each loop for our files and upload it one by one. So let's write it files that for each, then we will have the file. Let's create our form data equals to new form data. Then we have to append our form data to add the file, and the value is our file. Then we also need to add the upload preset, and the value is our constant upload preset. Then we will use Axios to post our data to the Cloudinary. For the URL, we will use the upload URL, and then method will be post, and then for the headers, we need to add the content type, and the value of the content type is the application /x dash www dash form dash URL encoded, and then we will have the data, and then for our data it will be the form data. So we have a problem. It should be headers, not header. Then after uploading the files in the then, or if the request is successful, let's console.log the output, and then if we get an error, we will catch it, and then console.log our error. Okay, let's test our application. Let's open the network tab, the console tab. So let's click upload. It said okay. So let's have a look in the data. So after uploading the image, you will have this URL for our uploaded image. So this one. So you can use this URL in your application, or if you can store it in your database, or do whatever you want to do in this one. So we have three files, so we also got three results, and all of them is have the status of okay. So let's have a look in our Cloudinary. In the media library, we should be able to see here our uploaded images. Okay, so I think this is the end of this video. We are able to create our drop zone in React and upload the images in our server, which is in this video, it is the Cloudinary. So bye guys.